We're all about facts, not fear, and of course providing you guys info to keep you and your loved ones safe. Dr. Payal Kohli joins us in a beautiful Merlot or a Bordeaux. You look fantastic in that wine color. She's been answering your questions about COVID-19 for nearly 2 months. Bravo, Doc. But now we're entering a new chapter. States are opening back up, and it was your idea to talk about safety here on DBL. So let's start with workplace. So a lot of viewers are asking, how can they feel safe back in the office?
Yeah, you guys, we're going to a whole different phase now of this whole stay at home that we've been dealing with for the last several months. So it's important to think about things if you're one of those people that's going back to work. So the first is to make sure to talk to your employer about a mask policy. Now, if you're someone like Tori and Al and you can't really wear a mask at work, then it's really important to have that social distancing to really position your desks at least 6 feet apart. But let me give you a word of caution. If you're sitting 6 feet apart from your colleague and you're trying to talk to them, do not yell. It's better to pick up the phone and call them, because a study just came out of University of Pennsylvania that says every time we talk loudly, we actually emit thousands of little droplets that could contain viral particles. Wow. So don't yell across the office. It's better to pick up the phone. Try to avoid common spaces like lunchrooms or hallways. And then when you're using the bathroom, just be really careful not to go into the stall immediately after somebody else, because when people pull the flush, they can actually aerosolize droplets of viral particles. So try to use a stall that no one's been in, and put down toilet paper if you're going to sit down on the seat.
All right, Doc, let's get to this right now. A lot of people have put off their life routines like going to the dentist. Would you recommend that right now?
You guys know me by now that I say if you don't need to do it, don't do it. But if you've got that toothache that just won't go away, that's nagging you, or you think you might have a cavity, you're going to turn a small problem into a big one if you don't go to the dentist. So I would recommend going, but there's some tips you can have to keep yourself safe. The first is to wait in the car until they call you, until they're ready for you. The second is to actually try to get the first appointment of the day so that no one has been there before you and their particles are not likely in the air. And then also ask them to make sure to wipe down the chair and the light and all the equipment in front of you. And then finally, you want to make sure that they're wearing masks and that, you know, they have a face shield as well so that they're fully protected.
That's really good to know, because I was just thinking I have to ask her about the dentist, so thank you. I want to talk about haircuts. I know that seems silly, but men, women, we're all kind of thinking this. What are ways we can be safe at the salon if we have to go?
So, I mean, it's part of life. We have to do it sometimes. So if you have to go, make sure you're wearing a mask. Make sure they're wearing a mask. If your hairdresser is wearing gloves, make sure you ask them, is this a fresh pair of gloves? Because you don't want them reusing gloves from the person before, and they may not know and accidentally do that. Or alternatively, have them wash their hands in front of you for 20 seconds before they touch your hair or touch your face. This is an important one too. Make sure all the equipment is sterilized. So scissors, combs, brushes, all of that stuff needs to be sterilized because viral particles can live on those. And then finally, when you get home, make sure you wash your face in case they've touched your face at all.
Okay, these are great. Thank you. Of course, Dr. Kohli will be back tomorrow answering questions. We'll get to a silver lining tomorrow. But of course, her face really is the silver lining.
That's right.
Now, am I right? So if you have a question about coronavirus you want to answer, write us on social media or email us at info@dailyblastlive.com and .com. No panic, just prevention and precautions and a little Bordeaux.